All right, so today we're going to be looking at this FX EurUsd robot.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, and you sent over two product listings from the MetaTrader market,
Yeah,
one for MT4 and one for MT5.
right.
And we're going to be kind of taking a deep dive into those listings.
It seems like you want to trade the EurUsd pair, but you want to do it completely hands-free.
Yeah, basically.
So the robot can do the work while you sleep or whatever you want to do.
Right, exactly.
And what's interesting is they say they combine 3 different trading strategies.
Oh, yeah, that was something that really stood out to me
Yeah.
when I was first looking at these listings.
Daily trading, volume analysis, and Fibonacci levels. That's quite the mix.
Right, it's not your average set it and forget it ball. It seems like there's a lot more going on.
Yeah, a little more intelligence built into it.
Yeah, definitely.
So maybe we should start with like what this robot actually is.
Yeah, that's a good place to start.
So from the listings, it's clearly an expert advisor or an EA.
It's designed specifically for the EurUsd pair,
Okay.
compatible with both MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5 platforms.
Gotcha.
And they emphasize its versatility, claiming it could be used with any Forex broker, which is a pretty bold claim.
Yeah, it's I don't know if I've heard that before.
I don't think I have either.
So yeah, we'll see if that holds up.
Yeah.
But so when they say daily trading, what exactly does that mean?
So daily trading means the robot analyzes price action within a daily time frame,
Okay.
searching for trends and reversals.
Gotcha.
And it does that using candlestick patterns and momentum indicators.
Okay.
Think of it as the robot reading the daily market sentiment. Like, is it bullish? Is it bearish? Is it kind of in between?
Okay.
So it's not reacting to every little blip in the price.
Gotcha. So it's more kind of taking a macro view of the market.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then you have the volume analysis strategy.
Right. How does that fit in?
Volume can be a powerful signal.
Mm-hmm.
It can help to confirm or refute price movements. So the robot's looking for unusual spikes in volume, unusual drops in volume.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a surge in volume with a price breakout, that could signal a strong trend.
Interesting.
And the robot might, jump on that trend.
Gotcha. So it's adding kind of another layer of confirmation to the daily trading signals.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
And then we have the Fibonacci strategy.
Right. That one sounds a bit more mystical to me.
Well, it's not really magic, but it's based on this mathematical sequence.
Right.
And when you apply this sequence to financial markets, you often find that it aligns with levels of support and resistance.
Okay.
Essentially, the robot is using these Fibonacci levels to anticipate potential price reversals or continuations.
Okay.
So say the price is retracing after an upward move.
Mm-hmm.
The robot might use Fibonacci levels to determine, okay, this is a good point to buy because this is where the price is likely to bounce back up.
I see. So it's all about identifying those sweet spots where the price is more likely to reverse or continue its trend.
Exactly. And the robot is going to try to enter and exit trades to take advantage of those patterns.
Okay, so I'm starting to see how all 3 of these strategies could work together.
Yeah.
Now, the listings also highlighted some interesting features.
Oh, yeah, they have customizable parameters.
Mm-hmm.
They have a user-friendly panel, and there's even access to a support group.
Okay.
So they really put some thought into the user experience.
Right, they're not just giving you this black box and saying, good luck.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's good to see.
And that level of customization is key
Right.
because traders have different risk tolerances and trading styles,
Okay.
and they need to be able to tailor the robot settings to fit their needs.
Right.
And then, of course, they have the limited time discount pricing.
Yeah, that always gets me.
Yeah, that always gets people's attention.
Creates a sense of urgency.
Yeah, for sure.
But of course, the real question is, does it actually work?
Yeah, that's the big question.
That's what we're all here for.
We got to turn to the court of public opinion.
Yeah.
Let's see what users are saying.
User reviews.
We've got some mixed reviews here.
Okay, let's hear.
One user, Clint Hardman, claims outstanding backtesting results
Okay.
and consistent profitability in both demo and live accounts.
That's encouraging.
And he even praises the support team.
Okay, so far so good.
But then we have another review
Okay.
that's less enthusiastic.
Okay.
This user highlights discrepancies between backtesting results and live trading performance.
Oh, okay.
And they even express regret for purchasing the robot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so not everyone is happy with it.
Right, and this brings up a crucial point about backtesting.
Yes.
It's based on historical data,
Exactly.
which is not always a reliable predictor of future performance.
Right.
market conditions are constantly changing, so what worked in the past might not work now.
Exactly. That's a great point.
So backtesting results, you got to take them with a grain of salt.
Yeah, they're not a guarantee.
Right. You can't just assume the robot will be able to replicate those results in the live market. And while the developer did respond to this negative review offering assistance,
Yeah.
it really underscores the need for caution
Yes,
before you put your hard-earned money at risk.
absolutely.
It's essential to thoroughly research any trading robot,
Yeah.
understand the strategies,
Mhm.
and consider testing it out on a demo account first.
Right. Don't just jump in head first.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
But speaking of risk, what are some of the inherent dangers of relying on automated trading?
Yeah, so even the most sophisticated robot can fall prey to technical glitches,
Okay.
sudden market volatility,
Right.
or even unforeseen algorithm errors.
Okay.
You can't just set it and forget it.
Right.
You really need to monitor its activity.
So it's kind of like having a self-driving car.
Yeah.
You still need to be aware of what's going on.
Mhm.
Be ready to take control if needed.
Exactly. The human element is still crucial for
Right.
navigating the complexities of the Forex market.
Yeah, for sure.
But this begs a larger question. Is relying on a robot to make trading decisions really a path to success?
Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what we're all wondering.
And that's what we're going to be exploring in part 2 of this deep dive.
That's right. Stay tuned.
We're just getting started.
We've got a lot more to unpack.
Definitely.
So stick with us.
All right, we'll be right back.
So we were talking about backtesting
Yeah, back testing.
and how you have to be careful with the results.
Right, because it's all based on historical data.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, as we know.
Doesn't always reflect what's going to happen in the future.
Right, exactly.
So is there any way to make backtesting more reliable?
Or is it just inherently flawed?
I mean, you can definitely improve the process.
Okay.
Like one thing you can do is test the robot on a wider range of historical data,
Okay.
like include periods of high volatility, market shocks.
Gotcha. So don't just cherry pick the calm periods.
Exactly.
Make sure it can handle the storms, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so test it under more extreme conditions.
Yeah.
But even then, it's still not a foolproof method. Right.
Right. It's still based on the past,
Right.
which is not always a perfect predictor of the future.
Okay.
Another thing you want to look at is the settings used during backtesting.
Okay.
Were they optimized to produce the best possible results, or were they more realistic?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because you can tweak the settings to make the robot look amazing in backtesting.
Right.
But when you actually use those settings in the live market, it might not perform as well.
Right. It's easy to get seduced by those impressive backtesting numbers
Yeah.
without really considering how they were achieved.
Exactly.
Now, the developer claims that this robot can be used with any Forex broker.
Right, they do say that.
But while that might be technically true, I'm wondering if the choice of broker could actually impact performance.
Oh, absolutely. Really?
Yeah.
I thought a broker was just a platform for executing trades.
It's more than that.
Things like spreads, execution speeds, customer support.
Right.
All those things can impact your trading outcomes,
Okay.
especially when you're using an automated system.
So even if the robot is making good decisions, a bad broker could sabotage its performance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's important to choose a good broker.
So choosing a good broker is just as important as choosing the right robot.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
You don't want to skip on either one.
All right. Now let's get back to those 3 trading strategies.
Yeah.
Daily trading, volume analysis, Fibonacci levels.
The trifecta.
We touched on them earlier, but I'm curious how they actually work together in this robot.
So it's likely using a combination of indicators and algorithms
Okay.
to implement each strategy.
Mm-hmm.
For daily trading, it might be looking at moving averages, candlestick patterns, momentum oscillators
Okay.
to identify trends.
So it's looking for those signals that the price is going to move in a certain direction.
Yeah, within that daily time frame.
Within that daily time frame.
Yeah, and then the volume analysis comes in.
Right.
It's going to monitor changes in trading volume relative to price movements,
Okay.
and it's looking for confirmation or divergence.
Okay.
So, for example, a sudden spike in volume accompanying a price breakout could signal a strong trend,
okay.
while a divergence might suggest a weakening trend.
So the volume is kind of like a filter or a validator
Yeah, exactly.
for the signals generated by the daily trading strategy?
Exactly.
Okay, that's interesting.
And then we have the Fibonacci levels.
Right. Where do those come in?
They help to fine-tune those entry and exit points.
Okay.
So the robot might use Fibonacci retracement levels
Mm-hmm.
to identify areas of support and resistance
Okay.
where the price is more likely to reverse
Okay.
or continue its trend.
I see. So it's not just about entering a trade when a signal appears.
No.
It's about optimizing the timing of those entries and exits
Yeah,
to
exactly.
try to maximize your profits.
To get the most bang for your buck.
Right. Exactly.
But this complexity brings up an important question.
Yeah. What's that?
Do you, as a trader, actually understand how these strategies work and how they interact?
That's a good point.
It's tempting to just trust the robot.
Yeah, especially if the back testing looks good.
Exactly.
But if you don't understand the underlying logic,
How can you really evaluate its performance?
right,
Or troubleshoot any problems that might arise?
it's like driving a car without knowing how the engine works.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you might be able to get from point A to point B.
But if something breaks down, you're kind of stuck.
You're out of luck.
Yeah,
So even with automated trading, knowledge is power.
for sure.
You need to understand the system, not just blindly trust it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Now, this brings up another interesting point.
We were just talking about understanding how the robot actually works.
Right, you gotta know what's going on under the hood.
Even if the backtesting looks amazing.
Yeah. Don't be fooled by fancy numbers.
Right.
Gotta know what's really driving those results. But beyond all the technical stuff, this FX EurUsd robot kind of makes you think about the bigger picture of what's the role of a human trader in this increasingly automated world?
Right. Are we becoming obsolete?
Yeah, are we going to be replaced by robots?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's more about adaptation.
Okay.
The successful traders of tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
are going to be the ones who can harness the power of automation,
Okay.
but also leverage their own human strengths.
What kind of strengths are we talking about?
Intuition, creativity, adaptability.
Okay, so it's not about being replaced by robots.
No.
It's about becoming more skilled at understanding and managing them.
Yeah, and maybe even collaborating with them.
Collaborating with robots, that's an interesting concept.
Imagine this. You use a robot to handle all the repetitive tasks.
Like analyzing data and executing trades.
Yeah, exactly.
And that frees you up to focus on the bigger picture.
Yeah, refining your strategies, identifying new opportunities, adapting to those unpredictable market shifts that the robots might miss.
So it's like having a co-pilot in the cockpit,
Yeah, a really smart co-pilot.
sharing the workload, enhancing each other's capabilities.
Exactly. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Right.
And while this robot focuses on the EurUsd,
Mm-hmm.
these principles apply across the board.
Okay.
The world of finance is changing.
Mm-hmm.
Automation is here to stay.
It's the future.
And understanding how to navigate this shift,
Right.
that's going to be crucial for any trader who wants to succeed.
So this deep dive into the FX EurUsd,
It's been a journey.
it's been more than just a product review.
It's made us think about the future of trading.
Yeah, for sure.
And hopefully it's given our listeners a lot to think about too.
I think so.
The key takeaway here is knowledge is power.
Right.
Arm yourself with information, weigh the risks and rewards, and never stop learning.
Because the world of Forex is constantly evolving,
The dynamic beast.
and so are the traders who navigate its complexities.
That's right.
Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll see you next time.